So if you're new to cast iron cooking, or maybe you've been cooking in cast iron a while, the whole idea is to find ways to work smarter, not harder. And in this episode of the Journey to Cast Iron Confidence, we're going to talk about the necessary tools that you need to make your life cleaning your cast iron easier. So pull up a chair and stay tuned. So one thing I did want to mention, some of these items that I am going to be talking about, I do have Amazon links in the description. And I am an Amazon associate, so I do get a small percentage if you do click on that. And there's no extra charge to you. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. You can find those in the description. But not all of these are going to be featured on that. So I just want to really just talk about the basic things that you need to clean and restore your cast iron if you're a beginner. So the one thing that I started with that's really made a lot of, that's helped me out in the kitchen quite a bit is this chainmail scrubber deal. Now, this one I do have a link in the description for, but let me get you a little closer view. So this guy comes with a pack of these silicone little scrubber deals. And basically what these help you do is, like, say you have a pan like this, it kind of helps you get in those nooks and crannies right there. So if you had anything that kind of caked on in that area, these come in real handy. And I didn't know it when I bought it that it came with those. And I was actually gonna buy a separate set of these, and then I opened up the container and I'm like, oh wow. So that was really cool. The other thing that really comes in handy, and you can really catch yourself off guard if you're not careful, is the heat coming from that pan. And this Lodge silicone handle holder goes on your handle like this. And it really does help. I will say on some other brands of pans, like the one that I had, the Mainstay brand, the Walmart brand pan that I broke, this didn't tend to work too well. So you might want to have like a little silicone handle or another pot holder just to be safe, because it can get hot. So and the link in the description I have on this one is actually a starter kit from Lodge. I want to say it's like around 20 bucks. It's got this and some other things like some seasoning oil and all that. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do that, but if you're new and you want something that's kind of inexpensive with some of the basic stuff like this in it, definitely I'd check out that link. It could come in handy to get you started. So another thing that I wanted to mention is there's two things that, you know, there's kind of a debate whether you should use a steel spatula or use wooden utensils. I mean, honestly, both of these, they're fine. I mean, here's steel. I mean, you can see this is a well-seasoned pan. This is the pan that my coworker Joanne gave me. That steel spatula, it's not gonna do any harm to a well-seasoned pan. Now, personally, I am a fan of wood utensils, and I don't know, maybe it's because it gives it like a vintage feel or some kind of nostalgia, I don't know, but that's my personal preference. Now, I am in the market. There is a teak set. I'm not going to put that link in the description because I haven't bought it yet, and I do have it on a wish list of mine that I'm slowly working my way through, getting things to make better videos for you guys. But anyway, so that's one of the things that I definitely want to add to the arsenal, because some of those, some of the utensils like this one, they're real tight, and I'm thinking that a teak wood would really be able to handle some of the heat, and it probably will break down a little slower than your regular wood. If you're a wood enthusiast, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just thinking that might be handy. So now, obviously, I really want to cover this in a later video and go more in depth about your seasoning oil, because there's just so much, you know, debate on which oil to use and all that. In the beginning, I would just say the best tool to have is at least something like vegetable oil, because you can get heat between like 400 and 450 on average smoke point. So what that means is, when you're starting out, say I put, you know, like a flaxseed oil or something like that, well, it has a lower smoke point. I want to say it's like 220, 250, somewhere around there. So that means as soon as I put my skillet on the burner and I exceed that temperature, say 220, whatever the smoke point of that oil is, that means I'm going to be smoking out the house. And I'm actually going to be breaking down that seasoning to a degree. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is It really is going to depend on the type of cooking you're going to do. If you're going to do a lot of frying and things like that, you might want to consider using a higher smoke point oil like vegetable oil. Personally, I'm a fan of canola oil. I just think it's a really good value season for what you get. Obviously, it's not the healthiest oil, and I am eventually gonna kind of switch over to the upgraded version of it's avocado oil, the refined avocado oil. It's got really high smoke points, so you can do quite a bit with that, and I've heard a lot of good feedback from people that use the refined avocado oil. But anyway, so another thing I wanted to mention, this one I do have a link in the description. It's just basic steel wool. If you have a pan that you have that's brand new, like when I say brand new, I mean it's kind of rusty and you got to kind of break it down. It's like a hand-me-down kind of deal, or you found one at a thrift store or somewhere like that. Having you some steel wool on hand is really, really handy. Or maybe you've let the pan kind of sit out for too long and it started getting some rust residue and you've got to redo that seasoning process. But one little trick that I've learned through the years is just get you an old t-shirt. You know, and I have this old t-shirt here, and no, I wasn't in prison. It's orange, I know. But so like I have the clean stack here, and then you can see this guy, you know, has kind of been used for my oil. So what I do is I use this, you know, the dirtier one, I use that to apply my oil on there for the, you know, after I'm done washing it, after I cooked a meal. And so I use that to use my oil, and then I come back with a fresh one, and then I kind of get that excess oil off. That way you kind of have, if you cook on cast iron regular, you can do this. But if you don't, that oil can get a little funky smelling in your drawer. So if you're not going to be cooking on your cast iron at least once a week, I would just stick to like some shop towels or paper towels, whatever you have on hand. So definitely think the t-shirt is very handy. And no, I don't have a link in the description for that. You can just go down to Goodwill or go find one in your closet. There you go. Cut it up, squares. So that's your fun fact there. So last but not least, I know it looks dirty, but I'm gonna bring this up to you. This was a marriage saver. So when I first started cooking in cast iron, you know, I had a Lodge, it was a 12-inch. I didn't bring it out here to show you, but I would fry in it a lot in the beginning, and boy, howdy, do we love some chicken wings. Well, the only problem is that I would get oil everywhere. I mean, it would get on the ceiling, it would get on the side of the walls. And so my wife, she was like, you know what, I love your chicken wings, but I don't like the aftermath. And so I was telling my coworker, Joanne and Garrett, about it. And so Garrett had recommended this. It's like a little splatter guard. It's like a stainless steel splatter guard. And yes, I know it's dirty. I need to clean it. Maybe I'll do a video on that, how to clean the splatter guard. I don't know. Anyway, so this one I do have a link for a 3-pack because that's one thing I will mention. Like this pan right here, it doesn't work too good with because it's designed for a bigger pan. So I would recommend getting you know, the 3-pack, because then that way you'll have one that fits every skillet. And so it just kind of keeps all that grease inside the pan or the skillet that you have cooking on, and it really does make a difference for the cleanup.